Hello and welcome to Cash Furnace. My name is Paul Konzerski, and together with my co-host Eric Down, we aim to become your go-to source for stock and crypto market. Date is February 18th, 2021. In today's podcast, we're going to cover the PLTR share lockup. What does that mean? Why did it affect the price? How did it affect the price? How can you take advantage of where the price currently is at? In crypto news, we're going to talk about Grayscale buying into Ethereum now and ETH 2.0, some details that Eric wants answers for. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see and you want the news to keep coming, do we even have to ask by now?
Oh, we do.
Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. Share this with a friend. Help us run up this YouTube algorithm. Let's make some money. Eric, PLTR.
Okay.
What the hell is a
So
share
you're talking.
lockup and why did it drive my price down?
Okay. Here's how it works. PLTR is a company called Palantir, um, and they went public, I believe about a year ago.
Yep.
And typically, when a company goes public, all of its employees who are issued shares of the company are required to hold those shares and not sell them for typically a period of 1 year. Now, when that year expires, it can be sometimes speculated that these employees who have been so patient and worked at the company for so long, and surely they're in, at an incredibly low price, so their shares are worth a ton. Many speculate, oh, well, now that they can finally sell those shares, they're going to do so because they can get the
Right.
cash or whatever it is. It may not be
Right.
necessarily they don't
Right.
believe in the company. It's just like they have this giant cash pile that they can't touch. And so maybe they want to touch it. Maybe they want to buy a house or whatever. So basically Palantir, since its IPO, has really performed pretty astonishingly.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, full disclosure, Paulie and I are investors in Palantir, and I think I would say we're satisfied investors. um,
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say.
so, Palantir ran up to, what was it? Was it almost 40? Was it? Um,
Mm.
Gosh, I can't read here. I'm going to bring it up right here. I don't remember exactly what it got to, but it ran in the last month. It ran up to, yeah. I think it touched. Oh yeah, a high of 45. Okay, and however, on the week approaching this lockup day, which was today, this lockup expiration as they call it, it has seen six straight red days in a row, taking it from a peak of about 38 or so down to 25. That's a massive, massive, massive retracement. And again, this is all
That
because
is a
people.
massive, massive, massive sale, my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah. Yes, that's a much better way of putting it. So to get to sort of finish the mechanics on this, it's look, it's a lot of people who are worried that the employees are going to sell off all their shares and drive the price down. They get out ahead of time in case that happens. Well, that's exactly what happened. If we were smart, and if we weren't long-term investors, which I'm glad we are, we probably would have sold our shares or bought or hedged with some puts or something like that. And in retrospect, that probably would have been a smart idea. But we didn't, and that's okay because Palantir is an insane company. And like Paulie
Yeah.
said,
I mean,
with current shareholders driving the price down, all it does is put that share price in a cheaper, on sale, more affordable, whatever you want to call it. It puts that at a much lower, much more attainable price for a company that is literally it has been and will continue to define the future of analytics and data analytics.
that
So
is that is the best way I think to describe this company. If you don't even bother to look if you don't even bother to look into what they do, they are defining the future of analytics. And what do we fucking love, Eric? Data. We love
data.
data.
We always know data is king. will always, whoever holds the most data, and especially who, not only, in this case, whoever understands that data, which is literally what Palantir
Yeah.
does, that's who's going to come out on top. And so, that's what we're looking at right now. So if you're not familiar with Palantir and you're taking maybe you've heard about it, you take a look at the stock and you notice, oh my God, it just seems to be nosediving. Well, that's why. It's nosediving for a very simple surface level practical reason that has nothing to do with the fundamental power and profitability of the company. And
Right.
so for that reason, I encourage everyone to set aside at least a small segment of your cash and buy some Palantir. Buy it tomorrow,
Not
because
financial advice.
not
However,
financial
it's a good
advice.
theoretical idea.
Yeah. In theory, if I had money and I wanted to buy a great company that is going to be the kind of thing that I look back on in 5 years and say, holy crap, I can't believe I bought it for in the double digits. Palantir to me would be that company. So
I completely agree.
yeah, so that's what we're looking at. So that's your unofficial, completely unofficial stock tip of the day.
I I want to kind of delve in a little further on this because, at least to me and to you, we've kind of talked about how when a stock shoots up or shoots down, but we've mainly focused on the big gainers, and you see no news behind it, no real fundamental changes behind the company, right? How that's a really good time to sell because there's no real backing behind the massive price change. And with something like this, to me, these are the easiest profitable trades to make
Oh yeah.
in theory, right? We know this company is going nowhere but up in the future. Data is only going to be even more valuable in the future as we go on. And the fact that this is all because of fear, right? When people are fearful, this is a very common phrase when it comes to investing. When fear is at its highest, that's when you should be buying in.
That's right.
Not when everybody's excited, not when the stock's to the moon, because then you're very likely going to lose your capital. When everybody else is freaking out over really nothing, that's when you buy in. And I'd also like to show that or talk about how when there is a lockup, basically there is no real federal enforcement of a lockup. You may think there is, and if, the CEO of a company is selling a week in advance because he knows something like this is going to happen and there's a massive amount of capital there that he gains, yes, that's going to get looked into. But generally, this is a gentleman's agreement, right? And a lot of the small peons who might have become millionaires accidentally with this recent crazy run, right? They could have been selling the past week. There's no one really sitting there watching their shares saying, don't you dare sell or you're going to jail. That almost never happens unless you're a big name in the company. And you know how many people we saw selling that were employees? Damn near zero. They know where this stock is going to go, and it's only going to go up. So this fear was pretty much completely unsubstantiated. And you're right, Eric. We should have sold puts because we knew this was coming, right? We saw
Yeah.
a couple red days, and we were like, this is going to continue without a doubt. I think I jumped on it a little too early, but I still continued to dollar cost average each day on the way down because this is just pretty much guaranteed return in my mind.
I mean,
So just some.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I suppose I actually don't have anything really to add. I think you're right. I got it. I got in yet. I got in. I added to my position yesterday. I might even add some more tomorrow. And yeah, it would have been, in retrospect, it was great. What everyone was, I don't want to say worried about, was that, when the expiration day came, they didn't know, hey, are the employees going to sell a ton? Now, look, anyone who knows anything
Right.
about this company has a fair guess that, and who knows the company better than the employees? Like,
Mm.
anyone who knows what this company does has a fair inkling that it's going to be around for a while, and the potential for this company is just absolutely enormous. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's technically that was the big question mark for today, but it opened up. Palantir was down 7% today, but not a big deal because most growth stocks were down massively today. Some recovered, some didn't. So it's really hard to attribute today's red day to employee selling. And but that being said, if employees were going to sell, today would be the day, because if employees are selling, every
Yeah.
day that goes by, the price at which they can sell is lower and lower. So it would behoove
Right.
them
Right.
to sell when the price is as high as possible. So basically,
Right.
my conclusion is that this was an amazing opportunity, and I don't think we're going to see. I don't think we're going to see much more downside to this, and I think it's an amazing entry point. Really do.
Me either. And if we do see more downside, I'm just gonna ape in even further.
Yeah, I will.
I have such high conviction with this company. I think for those of you not in the know, I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast. Um, I got a pretty sizable position in Mara, which is very heavily crypto based, which has done great recently with the runs and everything. But I've made my returns. I think I'm going to sell that tomorrow and buy in even more into PLTR. That's how much I believe in this. Even though I think blockchain based companies are only going to continue to rise. I think it's a good play and one that will net me more money further out.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, we all know the basic mantra: you buy low, you sell high. That's it. It's easy.
That's right.
And right now, this is low. Mara, you can't say it's
Very
low.
low.
I mean,
No.
maybe in 10 years you could say it's low, but today, hard to make that argument. Um,
And we're so close. We're so close to my price target that I was gonna pull anyway. That I'm completely fine with it. I think I've made somewhere in the 120%, 140% return on it. Perfectly fine with that kind of number.
as you
And
should be.
yeah, PL PLTR is in my mind an easy 100% within the next couple years as well. So
Yeah.
gonna pull gonna pull the trig on that.
I fully support it.
Also would like to note Eric's biggest crush out there
Ah, yes. I already
Miss
know where you're going
Kathy.
with this. Yep.
has bought a shitload of PLTR
Yeah, I think that's the
at this
stock.
price.
That's the official. I know you guys go to us for, our our extensive stock experience and our knowledge. We really know how the game works. Just you can trust Paulie when he says that's the official terminology for the quantity
yeah.
that she filed with the SEC, and said
That would be a
a
metric
metric
buttload,
shitload.
yes.
Yeah. That's how much she bought. And do we need to even say what happens when she buys stocks? I don't think so.
Nope, just printer.
Yep.
Personal money printer if you copy her.
Yep. Exactly.
So, on to some crypto news, Eric.
Please.
We got some good ones today. So, who was the first one to officially start this giant Bitcoin run and make it available to everybody in their 401ks? Do you know who that is, Eric?
In their 401ks, do I? Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do I know who it is?
Yes.
I do. Have we talked about it before?
The one that makes your grandpa
Oh,
401k accessible to the crypto market.
Are you talking? Oh,
Who were the ones with the foresight to make this available to the public?
Wait, did you say grandpa funds? Oh, just tell me.
You Grayscale,
Okay, okay.
GBTC. So it's not a real Bitcoin you're buying. You're buying a fund, a Bitcoin fund, but they were the first to do it, right?
Right.
They had the foresight before this run this summer in order to make a crap load of money. They began trading Bitcoin fund, their Bitcoin fund. So, what have they started doing today? Buying Ethereum.
Oh boy.
So, this is a big deal, right? They are very good at forecasting where they think the money's going to go. Is today they bought almost just under 200,000 Ethereum, worth about $350 million, and added it to their portfolio, which you can buy, by the way, in their trust called, the ticker is ETHE. It's the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. This is very bullish in my mind, right? Because again, these guys have the foresight. They know what people are talking about. They have these major investors in their ear saying, "Hey, we want a piece of this other altcoin, right? This other big altcoin." Attention is starting to move to Ethereum. This is very good for Ethereum. And I think we're going to see some significant price rises now coming out of it
And when did they do this?
today.
Just today.
Yep. $345 million in one day of Ethereum. Wild.
So does that explain Ethereum hit a new all-time high today, right?
No. So this.
Oh no. Is
it
it
be-
all-time high or no, 52-week high?
No, it's all time high. It's 1960s right now. We're almost at that ever elusive
I'm gonna bring it up.
2000 where I lost the bet.
Oh, yeah, you did. Wow, yeah, we're so close to it, dude.
Yes, we are.
That's huge, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've been saying it. You've been saying it for months now. Bitcoin number 1, Ethereum number 2, man.
Yep. And throw your money where the yet isn't there yet. This is
That's
it.
right.
This is it. So, also in very positive news, Coinbase has announced that in the future you could sign up for the wait list right now to be added. You could take your Ethereum, convert it to Ethereum 2.0, and they will host that. You will become part of a validation sequence for Ethereum 2.0, where you then get paid 7.5% APR on that Ethereum. So you will earn money by simply holding Ethereum in Coinbase's accounts, which is also very big.
Oh,
And I
boy.
know you have some 2.0 questions, so fire away.
Oh, yeah. So my first 2.0 question. Oh, man. Well, my very first 2.0 question is not one that I don't know if I doubt this is one you can answer, but my first question right away is I want to know if BlockFi supports it. Because now all my crypto's in BlockFi thanks to you.
Only because these aren't valid yet. So we want to be, you and I and all of our viewers, right? The thousands of them that are out there. We want to be earning interest on our money right now, right? And
Sure.
Coinbase says we're going to do this in the future. They haven't given it a time yet, but that APR is higher than currently what is being given at BlockFi. However, BlockFi, whenever they do feel like this is going to have to raise their price to the same percentage, and they're going to have to try to implement 2.0 on as their service. Otherwise, they're going to lose a ton of Ethereum, right? They're going to lose a lot of capital.
Right.
Because
Right,
people are
right.
going to go, if right now it's at 6%, if I could get another 1.5% monthly, I'm going there.
Yeah,
That's
why
not
not?
even a question
Yeah.
in my mind. Yeah, exactly. I can damn near guarantee that that's going to happen. They will either increase that APR for no reason or offer 2.0 staking themselves. So
All right, I'm going to email them,
that's a good idea.
and
It's a very good
I'm going to
idea.
email them and find out. So
Yeah, we'll
anyway,
get an
so my
update.
questions. So I think you answered my first question actually, but my first one was I thought I didn't I don't know that much about Ethereum 2.0, but I assumed that I mean you've already made it clear that you can literally make what did you say it was 7%?
It's currently 6% on BlockFi.
6%. Oh no, but sorry, with Ethereum 2.0,
It's 7.5 on Coinbase is what they're advertising.
7.5. Okay.
And you have to be
Sorry,
added to the
and
wait
when
list.
again?
So anyone watching, add yourself to the wait list so that you can take advantage of this immediately.
Okay, great. And so this is essentially, for all intents and purposes, this is essentially you could look at it as an interest-bearing account,
Yep.
right? The
Yep.
the mechanics behind how you get that 7.5 doesn't really matter. When it comes down to it, is it Coinbase acting as a node and basically pooling everybody's Ethereum?
Yes. Coinbase is going to
Okay.
become a node, a validator of Ethereum, right?
Okay, great.
And I
So
want
that
to
makes sense.
explain. I want to explain the process of what 2.0 is versus the current Ethereum process, right? Because we've talked on this multiple times now about how high gas fees. They're called gas, but it's an algorithm that essentially creates a price based off a bunch of factors, but one of those factors being how much the Ethereum network is being utilized. So you have to, if you want your transaction to happen, you have to increase your price to make it more profitable for the miners to go through with your transaction. Otherwise, it'll just sit there all day. Nobody will take it. Nobody needs your tiny percentage, right?
Sure.
So here's the reason why. Currently, Ethereum works the same as Bitcoin, which is proof of stake, which is basically what I've explained on how Bitcoin works, right? You have a bunch of computers running the mining, the Ethereum, utilizing energy, computing power to solve complex algorithms, which then, after a while, once that has been solved, once that mathematical equation has been solved, create that block is then rewarded, is added to the system, added to the ledgers. Everybody confirms it, and you are rewarded with some Ethereum for that computing power. What Ethereum 2.0 does is vastly different. So, what you're going to do if you want to make money off this is you become what's called a validator, right? And it essentially takes away the need for all of that computing power, electricity, etc. You essentially now, instead of solving a bunch of complex equations in order to eventually add a block, what you do is propose a block to be added on. And the other validators will either confirm that proposal or deny it. Now, just that proposal of that added block will do the same thing. It'll add the block to the blockchain. All the ledgers confirm it and you get rewarded. But it essentially makes the process much, much faster and makes the demand to create a new block way lower. So to put it in perspective, currently Ethereum, the Ethereum network, is limited to 30 transactions per second. Sounds like a lot, but when you have this many tokens created on the Ethereum software, it's very slow, especially with how much all those tokens are being used in blockchain applications. Ethereum 2.0 is promising 100,000 transactions per second.
Wow.
So the
Okay.
fees will go way down. People will get rewarded more. And the electricity costs, the computing power, all of that will go way down. But it still has the same ledger-based system. It still has the same securities. All of that is still the same. So you have the foundation is still solid. Everything we love about crypto is still really good, but it's just much faster, much more efficient, and a much better network for everybody to use much more cheaply.
So we're upgrading. We're upgrading from a gas car to a Tesla.
That's right.
Still a car,
Yep.
just works a hell of a lot better.
Yep. Yep.
Interesting, Paulie. I love it. I love it. I emailed BlockFi right now. I asked them if they plan to support Ethereum 2.0. I want to know, and when I get an answer back, I'll report back here and let you know, because just like you, if they don't and they can't match it, yeah, I'm going to be joining you on Coinbase, because why not?
Absolutely.
Why?
My only question is, one of the best parts about BlockFi right now is they pay that interest monthly, right? So you have monthly compounding interest every single year, which, as we know, creates way more wealth over time than if you get paid once a year. That's way more money. So
that's fair.
Even at 6%, if Coinbase does not offer monthly payouts and they only do it yearly, that's going to be, I probably won't switch. I'll probably stick with BlockFi simply because of that compounding effect that makes, I mean, people, it's hard as a human being to think about exponential growth like compounding effects.
Right.
I could take 20 strides, right, and go across, I don't know, the living room of my house. If I took 20 exponential strides, I would go around the world 3 times. Just think about that. Right, it just makes your brain kind of like freak out, right? But that's the power of compounding.
That's very interesting. It would be very, I'm sure this can be mathematically proven somehow. Well, I mean, I know it can be. I'm just not smart enough to do it. But I can't help but wonder if you were to put the same amount of, I guess, what is it? What does BlockFi pay out in Ethereum right now? I'm going to look.
6%. Yes.
6%. Okay. So yeah, I'm
6%
wondering
monthly.
So I'm wondering which one would perform better. A lower APY paid monthly, or a higher APY paid yearly? I'm guessing it'd be monthly.
I'm pretty sure, I'm no mathematician, but I'm pretty sure it would be the monthly. We'd have to have it, the difference, I'm pretty sure in my mind would have to be like 2.5 or 3% compared to 7.5.
By the way, I think you meant mathematician.
Yeah,
anyway,
mathematician.
Brilliant, Polly. I look forward to seeing the rollout of this stuff. I look forward to hearing more updates from you about this. The more I get into this world, I've been investing in crypto for since 2017. But I don't really stay up to date on it like you do, and that's one of the brilliant things about these chats is that I just learn more and more about that world, and it's very fascinating. And watching the breakneck speed at which that universe evolves is jaw-dropping.
It's so cool.
It's very cool. It's super engaging, super fun. So I look forward to seeing this roll out, and I want to see how the crypto community reacts. And I want to be making moves with you, man, because brilliant. I love it.
I completely agree, and I hope it rolls out. So they have a 2023 plan for full ETH 2.0 rollout, complete switch over, right? But that, as you said, in the crypto universe is a very, very long time.
Oh yeah.
And we already have people switching over from Ethereum because the ETH transaction fees are too slow and they're too expensive. People either have to drop down to a layer 2 token in order to create a transaction at a low fee, or right now they basically are just completely switching their platforms over to other alts. So, actually, some good alts to look at.
Oh boy.
Not financial advice, but they are competitors to Ethereum in serious ones. They would be Dot, Polkadot, and Cardano, ADA. Those are two. They're moving. Their price is absolutely blowing everything out of the water right now, and there's a good reason for it. And also Chainlink as well. Those are the big three I'm going to give everybody, and they're all very, very promising projects.
Paulie, if I wanted to buy these coins, where do I go?
It's a great question. You can buy two of them on Coinbase Pro. ADA currently is not on Coinbase Pro, Cardano, but it is on Binance. I'm not going to say how you get to Binance as it's been outlawed in the US.
Yeah.
But there are some other crypto investing tools I actually haven't looked into that do support Cardano as well that are available in the US. So that's just a little bit of Googling for anybody that wants to look into it.
Beautiful. Okay.
You got
Man.
anything else for us today, Eric?
I don't. I think today was a jam-packed, very uplifting episode here on the
agree.
Cash Furnace. Just like always.
I agree.
Beautiful. Well, with that, why don't we wrap up? Viewers, thank you as always for your daily attendance. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. If you like what you saw today, you want to see more, do us 3 favors. They're easy and they're free. Like the video. Comment on the video. Let us know what you think. You got information we don't have? Let us know. Do you have questions about what we talked about? Let us know. We'll answer them. Number 3, subscribe. Hit that notifications bell. That way you know when we go live every single day. And share this with a friend. Share it with someone you think would benefit from it and help us make more money for more people. With
That's
that,
right.
we bid you a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cash Furnace out.